of their congregation and their mission here in Ghana. They have come back again because the time for the celebration is drawing nearer to invite you and I to partake in this celebration. This is Cafdil TV. You can also join us on YouTube, Cafdil Edu, Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast. The sisters are going to introduce themselves to us, and beginning from my left is...
Greetings, dearly beloved people of God and of our nation, Ghana. I am Sister Francisca Ekwia Framia of the Missionary Sisters of Our Lady of Apostles. I originate from Doti region, and to be precise, Pai Katanga.
And on my right is...
I'm Sister Martha Davis. I hail from the Central region, and I come from Mankesum, Nkwanta, and I've spent all my life in Cape Coast.
Thank you very much, sisters, and you're most welcome.
Thank you
sister.
very much.
So if you were privileged to join us about 3 to 4 months ago when the sisters educated us on their history, I bet you still remember. But for the sake of those who missed that production, I will ask Sister Francisca to give us a brief history of their congregation in Ghana.
Thank you, Sister Marian. The Missionary Sisters of Our Lady of Apostles, OLA Sisters to be precise, in Ghana, it's a missionary congregation founded in France, Lyon, in the year 1876 by Reverend Father Augustin Planck, co-founder of the Society of the African Missions, SMA Fathers. The Sisters congregation was founded to purposely come to Africa to complement the mission of the SMA Fathers, because that time the fathers were not able to approach our mothers, our sisters, and young ladies for the mission entrusted to them. So it became an urgent call for Father Augustin Planck, who was then the Superior General of the congregation, to found a congregation, female congregation as such, to come and assist the fathers accomplish this mission. The first 2 sisters, Sister Ignace Howard and Sister Potamian Moose, arrived on the shores of Elmina in December 26, 1883, to start this mission. When they came, it was not easy for our sisters, but with faith, dedication, and the values that our founder laid down for us, our sisters strived to bring us to where we are today. After a year of their arrival, they founded the Elmina Girls School in Elmina. That was in 1884. And from there, our primary or traditional apostolate began. Our sisters began visiting homes. That's the pastoral aspect of our mission in Africa. They also started visiting people who were having health issues. And you know, the whites, they have a different view of how to treat health issues from our own. So going to homes, they were able to heal people who were having wounds that lasted for so long and were not healing, using the same achampon leaf that we were using and wounds were not getting healed. Our sisters will wash them. That is the hygienic aspect of it. And from there, it evolved and we developed into our health apostolate. So for OLA sisters, our primary or traditional apostolate is health, education, and pastoral work. But since we respond to the signs of time, we are open to all professions. And today, we have sisters who are doctors, we have journalists, we have lawyers, to mention a few. So my dear beloved people, this is the little, our sister said 2 minutes, I'll say about OLA sisters, but as our conversation goes on, you will hear more about sisters. Thank you.
You're welcome, sister. As part of the activities to mark this 140 years anniversary, the sisters had a successful lunch and a symposium. Sister Martha, can you share with us your success story?
Right. Thank you, sister. During the luncheon, we were graced to have a few of our sisters have final profession. And we also saw the congregation as far as our spirituality is concerned. And we talked about, in the course of the period, we also talked about this symposium we had that helped us to go back to our roots and to find out how our beginnings were. And we were really helped so greatly by the history of the congregation. We appreciated it so much. All of us were not born that time, but at least there were a whole lot of lessons we learned from our history. And that helps those of us who are still alive so that we too would leave a legacy for the future children. And we also visited our sisters who have already gone to God. What I mean is our sisters who have died, especially the earlier ones who brought the faith to Ghana. We tried to blend the living with the dead, and we visited cemeteries in Keta in the Volta region. We visited cemeteries in Asuchano in Cape Coast here. We went to the Dutch cemetery, and of course we have our own cemetery in our provinciality. And there we prayed for the dead, and we asked them to continue interceding for us to be able to carry on the mantle that they have already embedded on the soil of Ghana, so that we too will carry that burning torch to the sisters who are coming in the future. Thank you very much, sister.
You're welcome. Anything to add, Sister Francisca?
Yes, sister. As sister rightly mentioned, the celebration was laid down by so many activities and our success story. And I'm glad and I thank God most especially for this success story. We have been able to achieve almost every activity laid down for it. And as I thank God, I thank my sisters and anybody we called on board to help us achieve this. And anybody contributed his or her quota. And I would say that these people who helped us formed the working team. The working team was what made these celebrations or activities a success. And the hard working aspect of it, they were submissive, dedicated, giving their all, not counting on any cost, but to bring us to the success of this celebration. So the teamwork was what I would say helped us a lot, and I appreciate everyone who contributed to this. Thank you.
Can you walk us through the theme for this celebration?
Okay. Our theme is OLA presence in Ghana, our mission today and tomorrow.
And why did you choose that theme, Mr. Martha?
Thank you. We chose that theme because the mission started on the soil of Elmina.
Okay.
And today, as we talk, we will say the whole Ghana has heard about OLA. So the seed that was sown by those two sisters who came in first, I will say it has greatly borne fruits. And not just fruits, but so much fruits. And as we are talking today, we too, we who are sitting here, we have benefited so much from the fruits. And it is our desire that we will not let the fruits just be buried. it is our desire so that we too will learn about the past and live the now and ensure that those fruits are carried into the future for the new generation to hold on to the mantle and hold high the burning torch of OLA presence in Ghana. Before, our missionary aspect was not so pronounced because the understanding was not so much there. During my time, it was so. But after some time, we realized that we had to go back to our mission. And by mission, I'm talking about actually leaving your own familiar domain and going to work in an unfamiliar zone. And by that, I mean a different country. And somebody came, the light was given, and they inculcated this missionary aspect in the structure of our congregation, beginning from the training session up to even final vows. So we have developed from time to time, and we are seeing that our missionary aspect of our lives is being lived to the core. And we know that those who have been trained in that line are also benefiting from that, and they intend to carry this on into the future. Once it is embedded into the structure, it will go on and on and on. So our mission in the past was laid down by dedicated sisters. They handed over the baton to the existing people, and those who are existing now intend to leave a legacy for the future to carry on the mission. Thank you, sister.
You're welcome, Sister Francisca.
So the little I will say, confirming what Sister Martha just said, is I am a confirmant of the 21st century, sister. And the legacy laid down for us is what we are experiencing today. We all know what is going on in our world, and the call for us religious, and especially OLA sisters, to respond to. Whatever we, the young generation in OLA congregation, is able to do or achieve is because of the good works of our early sisters. Without them, we wouldn't have been who we are today. It is this legacy that we are also emulating and hoping that by the grace of God, we'll be able to leave the baton for the future generation and what the world has to offer us tomorrow. All our sisters are ready to respond to any of these calls today and tomorrow. Thank you.
Now to the big question. When is the climax of this celebration, and where is it taking place? For some people who will be coming from outside Ghana, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, let us know on time so that we prepare ourselves.
Thank you, sister. The D-Day, it's actually the 30th of December, coming next 2 weeks. But then, we are starting the whole thing on the eve of 29th, Friday, 30th December, at Elmina. We are going to have a candlelight procession through Elmina town. From there, we go up to the Basilica of St. Joseph. There, we are going to have a sketch entitled The Arrival of OLA Sisters in Ghana. After that, we have a few interactions, and then we retire. Then on the 30th of December, it will be at the forecourt of the Elmina Castle at exactly 9:30 a.m. It is going to be the celebration of the Holy Eucharist, thanking God for how far He has brought us in our mission in Ghana, and to anyone who have benefited from our sisters in the beginning. After the Mass, we shall have a small get-together to appreciate all those who have had encountered us, and then to thank God. And then for me it will just finish like that. So it's not going to be a long day program, no. We are going to make it very brief, very, very brief, since we all know that 30th December, it's not a free day for us. But for you to be there, we know that it's going to be a sacrifice from your side and your love for OLA sisters. So we shall also make it a point not to be selfish, but also to be conscious, and then spare you some time to go and enjoy. Thank you.
So you heard, sister, those of you coming from UK and USA, you can come on Friday, join the candlelight procession, and then on 30th, you join for the celebration of the Holy Mass. Then, if you wish, you can go back to UK and the US. So you are all invited to this celebration. Usually, celebrations like this, it is done in the church. Why the forecourt of the Elmina Castle?
Yes, sister, the forecourt of Elmina Castle, because first of all, that was our birth place, where the sisters landed, where their foot first stepped. That's why we are doing it. And as you said, it's in the church, which we could have gone to the Basilica to celebrate that. But I bet you we have invited so many people, and our Basilica may not be able to contain all these people. That is why we have chosen the open place to be able to accommodate all who come. So whether in the church or at the forecourt of Elmina Castle, it is correlated. Same.
Exactly. Thank you, sister. So if you are just joining us, this is Cafdil TV. You can also join us on YouTube, Cafdil Edu, Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast. And I am here with the OLA sisters, and it's all about their 140th anniversary. Let us get personal. Sister Martha, how old are you in the religious life?
I'm 38 years old.
Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you, sister.
How do you value community life? Because I know religious life is all about community life.
Exactly, thank you. And that is one of the pillars of our spirituality. We live in communion. Nobody stays on her own. For me, community life has been so beneficial. Among us, we support one another in so many different ways. Talk about bereavement. When you are bereaved from your family line, the sisters are there to support you. And when there's celebration in your family, the sisters are also there to support you. Within the context of the community living itself, we have different talents that we exhibit. And what I don't have is normally catered for by what somebody has. So I do my part to move the community forward with my talents. Sister B also does so well in exhibiting her talent in another way, and together we complement one another. Of course, in every situation, we don't have a perfect condition. There are times our human weaknesses give us away, but we are not deterred by them. We rather draw strength from our positivity. And with the talents, we all come together to work to move the community forward. And once the community moves forward, the whole province and the whole congregation also moves forward. There are challenges, I will not deny that, but it is not the challenges that we deserve to let it weigh us down. In spite of the challenges, we still forge ahead in the name of God for the sake of the service of God. And the grace of God is always abounding to help us keep going in God. Thank you, sister.
You're welcome, sister. Sister Francisca.
Yes, sister.
5 years.
No.
Mhm.
Actually, 38 years. I wasn't born.
Mhm.
I don't know even if that time my father.
I'd met your mother.
I don't know. But I am 10 years in vows. So you see, we have the generational gap. So it's a conversation between the older
The
generation
old wine and the new
and
wine.
then yes. So
How do you value community life?
community life, as we all know, is the basis of who we are, what we do, and whatever happens to us as religious. And whatever I have to say, I want to crown it with what one philosopher, he's actually an ancient philosopher, I've forgotten the name, but when I say it and you go and Google, you will get his name. He said, religious communities are communities of people who do not know themselves, but come to live together, do everything separately and against each other. This is what this philosopher said. But actually, to be honest with you, when you come to join religious communities, or you come in contact with us to experience us, you will know that, no, this is a fallacy. That is not us. Without a community life, we can do nothing. This is what makes us who we are. As Sister Martha said, we complement one another in all aspects of our life. Today, I'm good at this. My sister is not. I compliment her. When we go out, no one will know that Sister Francisca did this, but it will be the community of religious people. And as we are imitating the lives of our apostles, they lived in community. They shared everything together. They did everything together. And this was what promoted the propagation of the gospel. And today we are all benefiting from it. So community life, for me, without it, I cannot live my vows. The vows, we take 3. Vow of poverty, chastity, and obedience. But to be honest with you, if you ask me, I add community life to it. It is my 4th vow. Because this is what helps me to achieve the 3 vows that I have taken. Without community life, no. Anybody can say I'm a religious. Yes. Religious means I am imitating what the gospel instructs me to do. But with that community life, whereby you will share everything together, do everything together for the purpose of the holy goodwill of God, you can do nothing. So community life for me is paramount in my religious life. Thank you.
So on that note, why should somebody be an OLA sister? Young girls who want to be religious.
Yes. Oliver Twist.
Always asking for more.
They are always asking for more, yes. The call is there because the work is too much, but the laborers are few. And God has thrown his call to us. He's always calling us to come and help spread his good news to the people in our world. We all know what our world has become of today. And we need strong, dedicated men and women to lay down their lives to spread God's love and his good news to all, so that many, even if not the maximum, we get one, like the mustard seed, the kingdom of God will rejoice for it. So the work is so many. We need people to join us accomplish it. That is why OLA sisters are throwing out the net. We want to catch more fishes. Come join us. Be a missionary for Christ. Be a missionary of God's love to his people. Go out of your comfort zone to propagate this holy good news to the people of God, so that at the end of the day, we may all gain the kingdom of God's justice and peace that we are aiming for.
Our theme for our celebration is OLA presence in Ghana, our mission today and tomorrow. Because of this theme, we know we cannot just exist and remain like that. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, as Sister Francisca has already reiterated. So all I'm saying is that the young ones who are viewing us now should consider coming over to join us, so that our numbers will increase and it will make our service of God easier. If young ones do not come in, I cannot see the future of the congregation and the future of the Ghana province. We need people to come in, because the older ones are getting weaker and weaker, and very soon majority of us will be rendered unhealthy enough to go about the apostolate in the province. So we need young ones to join us. They will be able to energize the whole issue of our mission today and tomorrow. So if God touches the heart of the young ones, they should not say no to God. They should say yes to God and come and join us to serve him in his vineyard. You are all invited. Thank you, sister.
Any contact for those who want to join you? Okay. So what should we expect on the D-Day?
The D-Day, 30th December, it's all joy. A moment of thanksgiving. To sing with OLA sisters the gratefulness of God's love and mercies. We have reached this far in our mission. It's not by our might, it's not by our strength, it's not by our wealth, but the grace, that singular special grace, that unmerited grace from God that has brought us this far. That day is going to be all joy. That's what I'll say. So come, rejoice with us in the Mass, and after that, we bring it to our level, the human level of one-on-one enjoyment. Thank you.
It's very necessary.
Very, very.
That part is very
That's
necessary.
the liturgy of the stomach. When I go for programs, that's what I expect.
And
so when I
excuse
come for your program and that is not there, I won't come.
That liturgy of the stomach.
I'll tell you.
I love that. Yes, Sister Martha.
And sister, just to cut in, there will be side attraction, you know.
Mhm.
We'll have people dancing bobobo, dancing agbaja. We'll have people dancing apatampa, and then azwa. And anybody who would be attracted to any of these to get up and roll the legs on the ground is warmly welcome. Thank you.
And you see, what Sister Martha said, OLA sisters, we are missionaries, intercultural. So this is the cultural aspect of our life. All the aspects is going to be displayed on that day. Come, let us enjoy.
Any dignitaries to watch out for?
Of course. Very, very of course. We are hoping to host on that day the Vice President of Ghana, His Excellency, Honorable Dr. Baumia, and his counterpart, Her Excellency, Mrs. Baumia. Most especially, our First Lady, Her Excellency, Mrs. Rebecca Kufuado. We have invited ministers from so many regions. We are going to have our own regional minister, Honorable Marigold Justina San, Honorable Dr. Joshua Makubu of the Oti region, and other dignitaries. Now, we are coming to our home. We are hoping that by the grace of God, our own apostolic nuncio to Ghana will be with us. And our Papa, Most Reverend Charles Palmer Buckle, is going to be the main celebrant of the day. The Emeritus Archbishop of Cape Coast is going to be there. Our priests, religious men and women are going to be there. Lay people of the highest positions of Ghana are going to be there with us. And don't say that because I did not mention you, you are not important. In fact, you are the most. And everyone, we have thrown invitation to everyone. Come join us. God does not discriminate. So do we. We do not discriminate. We are calling all of you, come rejoice with us on this day, because there are going to be a lot of surprises. Well, last sisters, we like that. Surprises, we are going to offer you that day. And we are not going to mention that one, those ones here. So when you want to be part of the surprises, come to the forecourt of the Mina Castle on the 30th of December, 2023, exactly 9:30 a.m. And then you will see them. Thank you.
You're welcome. There is this adage in a can that says, "Agrone yedeno na adiesa akwentufo." I'm here with the OLA sisters, and they want to communicate in a very special way to all who had the privilege to attend any of their schools, either secondary, basic, or tertiary. And so, as you watch us, you stand on your feet as the sisters sing the anthem, so you sing with them.
Thank you, sister. Queen of Apostles, O Mary, we hail thee, Queen and Mother of us thou art, and we pour sweet praises upon thee, as they rise from our loving hearts. When they reach thee beyond the skies, turn to us thy merciful eyes. Watch all thy children, our Queen and Mother. We to God's service our lives have sworn. Think of us, speak for us, work with us, plead for us, Queen of Apostles, dear star of the morn.
Thank you very much, sisters. Before we sign out for today's program, Sister Francisca, your last words.
Thank you, Sister Marian. My last words, it's all appreciation for all those who have helped us, journeyed with us to reach this far. Most especially to our media partners, which Cafdil TV is the head. We are grateful to you, Father Okran David, Sister Marian, and your team. OLA sisters cannot thank you enough for all what you have rendered us since we started working with you. We appreciate you and continue to pray for you that the graces of strength, love for the work that you need will be accorded you accordingly by God's will. Not only Cafdil TV, Lumen Christi Television, the National Catholic Television in Accra, we thank you so much. What I have said for Cafdil applies to you. Pax FM, we thank you very much. It applies to you. Adom TV, TV3, Kesvin TV, UTV, OLA sisters are grateful to you all. May God continue to bless you, keep you in His love for the good way you are doing. Thank you. Hoping to see you on the 30th of December at 9:30 a.m. at the forecourt of the Elmina Castle. Thank you.
Mr. Martha.
What I have is just simple. The Lord has been so good to us, and He continues to be good to us because of the contribution all the lay faithful have also given to us. And it is our prayer that the Almighty God will touch the heart of every individual who will be present at the crowning of our 140th anniversary ceremony, and that we would also thank God with us and share in our joy. Long live the OLA congregation, and long live OLA in Ghana. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have to draw down the curtain on today's program. I was joined by Sister Francisca and Sister Martha from Our Lady of Apostles congregation to do this beautiful conversation. You are invited. Please, that day, I'm going to take a roll call. So you have to be there. As Sister said, after the liturgy of the Eucharist, there will be the liturgy of the stomach. Have a wonderful evening. I was your host, Sister Marian. See you.